the track, back to the snap. 1, 2 step, then you gotta lean back. Yeah, this is how we do it in the A-time.
And if you ain't know,
this is how it goes down.
Hey, snap your fingers, but do your step. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do your step. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, hey.
'" It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason, and it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, an NFC battle in store for us between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. Five weeks come and gone already, and we're off here in Week 6 on EA Sports. Calvin Austin on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Back row 80.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Cowboy 80. Ready, ready.
He finds Diggs right side. And that will not be enough for a first down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Okay, ready.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Go.
It's a design keeper for Milrow. Nice seam in the defense as he crosses the 45. And he has it almost to the red zone down at the 21-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play, and that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Get it. Ready.
Has him on the quick hitter, and they make this stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
This is Walker on second. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. Third down coming up.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. 3rd and short.
Toss play. This is Walker. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field. But this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
Ready.
Pistol now for Milrow. And he'll score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks finish up an excellent opening series. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand.
So Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. About ready to go now. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 10 black. Ready.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Ready.
Tight end going in motion here. Here he is on 3rd and short. The left side is caught by Pitts. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. This one goes for 3 yards. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They go play action on 1st down. Man downfield, and he finds London. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Throwing now, another shotgun. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he works it down to the enemy 44-yard line. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Come on.
Algier running behind center. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Byron Murphy there to make the play.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background with every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. And that right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ballgame.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
Let's go now. Check, huh?
3rd and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Ernest Jones with the pick. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Here's Milrow, 1st and 10. On the move, headed right. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he's down to almost, no, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. Give him 25 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
60 by 6.
Milrow now to throw. Couldn't get the screen set properly. Brock pass incomplete. And they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Now, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Caught by Elijah Arroyo. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner.
On the set.
Their work doubly as difficult now after that holding call. It's 2nd and 20.
Viking 18. Go street. Say hurt. Let go.
From the gun, Milrow. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. So they'll get to scheme about this third down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of one. 7-0 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They've got third down well inside field goal range. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Dumped off to his running back. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard
Ready.
line.
From the pistol, gives here to Walker. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. They go to him again. He's not going to make it. Made a little progress, but they stall him at the 2. 3 yards on the run. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Roll. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Bronco switch. Hawk 70, 19, go.
Walker. Once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him a couple yards on that run. This sets up 4th and goal.
Well, these are the moments that I just live for up in the booth, man. What are you going to do as a play caller? You're going to go for it now? You're going to try to slam it in? Well, if so, you better get a whole lot more movement than he did right there.
Oh, they'll try and run it in. He runs it across. Touchdown. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Gets everything he has under this one. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction. How well the defense had that one covered.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's a Falcon first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
We've set it downs from 37.
Down. Set.
First down, play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. He even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Ready?
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
There's a screen now for Walker. He still has room inside the 30. He takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 20-zip lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. About ready to go now. 1st and 10.
Back ready. Check 145.
Here's Robinson to start the drive. Escapes the defender. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Come on, set.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Back to throw now. Now try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. Keeps away from one. Breaks through and breaks away. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Gets this one to Tyler Algier. And he drives it forward to maybe the 27. Cordell flying there on the stop.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Right.
Throwing it again here. Finds his back. It's Robinson. He takes this down to the 24-yard line. Tackle made by Jamarcus Lawrence.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Down. Ready.
Throwing from the gun here. He has the first over the middle. And he is stopped just before he can get the score. Tackled inside that 1-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
You know, how often do we talk about awareness, and it's always offense, offense, offense? Well, this is a great case for the defensive awareness. The ball went to a secondary ball carrier, and the defense...
And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons chop some of the lead off before the half. Kyle Pitts with the touchdown. Matt Gay on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons get it back to a 14-point game. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And on the return, here comes Austin. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Milrow. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. There's so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
3rd and short, it's Milrow. Lasers this one deep down the middle. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
For the Seahawks.
All right, so they're only going to have enough time for one more snap here before we reach halftime. Here comes the final play of our 1st half.
Come on, set. Ready?
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. Now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Hey, you like these results at first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Here's Robinson up the middle. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Set, ready, set.
Another carry for Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Man downfield, and he finds London. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that is good enough for Atlanta 1st down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
The left side is caught by Pitts. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hut.
Now an inside give to Johnson. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
Offense said, no more messing around. We're bringing out the big guy, the hammer. And for you physics students out there, that's a great example of Newton's law of motion. The more momentum you build up, the tougher you are to eventually stop.
Here's Robinson. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Pretty easy for me to play armchair quarterback up here and say, I just don't like that call on 1st and 5, especially when you get nothing from it. Man, that one stings.
Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup. Yeah. Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would. And it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here comes Austin. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Austin on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. It's a design boot. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. That brings up 2nd down.
On the 6.
Coverage by J.D. Bertrand.
Let's go now. Go. 6, ready.
And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And he gets him a small chunk of yards there before he winds up out of bounds. Now we'll see the medical team head out. The Seahawks have an injured player. He's in some obvious pain there. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Down. Ready.
Robinson on the inside give. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
2nd down pass play coming. Complete left side to Robinson. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Oh, just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. I'll throw it. Hits him on the in route. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Give them 3 yards, and they're just inches away on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
On the ready. Blue check. Set. Ready.
He has it on the QB sneak. They loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And we've got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders. You sign up for it.
1st and 10, around Robinson. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
43.
They put Mooney in motion right. Robinson again here on 2nd. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going.
Here we go.
Here he is on 3rd and short. That one complete to Pitts. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. A nice gain and a 1st down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
Yeah, tight ends, these guys, not the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back there. He's going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw. Completed to his running back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His third through the air this game. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Falcons tie this game at 21. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here comes Austin. He dodged the tackle. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Get up. Ready.
Shotgun now for Milrow. Escapes the pocket. It's caught by Elijah Arroyo. He's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Ready. 18 Cardinal.
Walker now from the gun. Continuing to move past the 45. 30. Gets the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a fourth-quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7.
Falcons 21. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10.
Down. Ready.
They'll throw to start the drive. Continuing to move past the 45. There he goes, right sideline. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons now trailed by just a point in the fourth. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. A fourth for him in this game, and one more ties the record.
Yeah, right there. That is why teams will draft tight ends and take them really high in the draft, especially when they could be game changers after the catch. That was just a dynamic effort.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here comes Austin. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
throw out wide. I think this might be a double pass. He's got him. It's caught. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field. We've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count. Such an exciting play lost because of that penalty. And this offense now left to think of their next call as they make the long walk back down the field.
Big Lion. Hey.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Some good running there to get back what the penalty cost him. Picks up 8.
Well, that run may not have moved the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
We'll go play action here. It's Milrow. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Go. Let's go.
Milrow throwing on 3rd down. Chased out to his right. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Come on. Hey.
Walker off his own read. And he cuts it back right. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks take a 4th quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they'll decline this and take the result.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Forced out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so simply threw it away.
They're going play action. Moving downfield, and he has it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
First down. 24-yard gain.
Let's go.
Throwing off the play fake. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 43. He's going to throw it again. He's still going at the 30. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. From the red zone on first. Short pass brought in. Has room into the secondary. Leads into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons now trail by just a point in the fourth. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
They're lining up for two. This is for the lead and potentially the win.
Come on.
Falcons will line up.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. That gets him two and puts them within a field goal here late. Well, that right there really changes the complexion of this game. They take the lead on the conversion rather than playing for the tie.
You can just see my head up here in this booth, right? It's just shaking. I mean, the old-timers are looking at some of these decisions the new school guys are making and just wondering aloud, what are you thinking? What they're thinking is what some of the data is telling them to do. And what I love, Kate, it now really puts the pressure on that other side to respond.
Ready?
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready, ready? Bronco 80.
Before the play clock can expire, we get a timeout from Coach Dan Quinn. We may still have two to work with in this final quarter. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
From the gun, Milrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Maverick, 60 back. Let's go now. 19 light.
He's back to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
On the go.
4th and forever coming up.
Let's go. Ready, ready?
Desperation time here. And they get to him and hold him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Coach is challenging to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Hut, hut.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Ready up.
Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal.
Blue check. Here we go. Set. Ready.
Fullback trying to power the cross. Watching the goal line, but he won't reach it. The defense keeps him out and forces 3rd and goal. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
Let's go.
He tries to sneak it, and this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up. They weren't particularly interested in disguising that call, Bronk. The defense knew it was coming, and they make the stop.
Yeah, even against a prepared defense, you still expect to at least get a yard, get that surge, get that push. We've been so used to seeing it. That's a real tip of the cap to the defense to get that stop.
All right, get that popcorn ready. It's 4th and goal late.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. All right, get that popcorn ready. It's 4th and goal late.
Set. Ready.
Looking to throw. Well, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Why are you looking at me that way, kid? I'm fine. I'm not having flashbacks to Marshawn in the Super Bowl inside the 1. I am so far over that memory. Don't worry about it. No, that didn't just flash before my eyes yet again.
Got. Ready.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield strike block as he's sent out. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first. Only 1 play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line.
Let's go.
Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line.
19. Go.
Here he is to throw. Called in by Arroyo on the right side. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped.
13 more yards. That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And they get this spiked at about the last possible moment, Bronx. So now, this game's going to come down to a field goal try. An entire game coming down to this try by Jason Sanders. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. The kick is good. He got it. And that, folks, is your game winner. So it's a win for the Seahawks. Man, they were facing a top 5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you can come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Seahawks winners as we say so long from Seattle.